So we're back. Timestamps are available in case you want to skip to a year and or season, but not really much to go over, even though I usually spend a minute or two in this timestamp paused anyway. I do have trade routes I need to do for an order, so I guess I do need to figure out how I'm going to be making these packs of provisions. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah. And also just dealing with stuff in the meantime. Maybe I'll get to talk about it, maybe not. Usually I reserve Against the Storm videos for primarily Against the Storm talk, but hey. Otherwise, I think, wait, don't we have, yeah, with the herb garden we can make herbs that I normally like to use, and we just so happen to have a thing here. Now that does mean I would have to wait, but actually we can feed everyone. Yeah, we can feed everyone. We can feed everyone, but do I want to? No, I don't want to feed them with complex foods yet. That being said, I forgot about the amber, but we will deal with that. I can get enough amber to get this point. Basically, we'll be trading a lot of amber and packs of provisions, and therefore food, for a point in reputation, which would be nice. Also, looking at this blueprint really quickly, not really much to it though. I think I'll stick with the herb garden. Sorry, with roots, but you get the point. Not really much else to do here. Now, a 2-star camp for these roots would have been nice, but we didn't get that. I could opt to reroll while I have 0, but I don't think I want to do that either. So let's actually grab something for complex food. Eventually, when I don't need as many packs of provisions, I can probably make biscuits or porridge. Probably porridge, because that's the... Well, I mean, yeah, we can use this meat for... Basically, we're gonna grab the cookhouse, and I don't think there's much else to do. I will want to make packs of provisions for this event, but we should be able to complete it before I need to worry about it. But we can set foxes to it now. There are foxes just sitting places. But let's sell this stuff first. So what we're gonna do, I think, is basically sell what we have to do the event, and I will have to be happy. I don't want to do this, but it's what we have to do. Actually, was it 25, right? 25? 30. I'm going crazy. Had to kind of lean in for a moment. 22. So, might end up just selling parts. It's not like we're using the gathering camps anyway. We're going to primarily be using farms for most of our people at the moment, but it is a decrease. But we actually should sell all of my copper ore. I need it for dye, but we need this now, or I want to do this now, and that's all I really have to say for myself. That being said, if I were to save something, it would probably be other stuff. Why do I feel like what did I think it was 12 amber instead? I must be going crazy. That being said, I could just sell off all these parts and do my best with what I have left, but I don't think that would be the most intuitive thing to do. I think I should just end up selling a bunch of bricks. It's not even enough, but we'll hold off on some in case I need to make a hearth. I probably do, but you get the point. There's still things we need to do. And yeah, leather is more limited to me, so we'll sell resin instead. If that makes any sense. Actually, we'll trade some wood instead, but for the purposes of this event. But then, yeah, we need to make packs of provisions, so we'll get on that immediately. In fact, we'll just primarily do that. So while I want to make the cookhouse, the first order of business is to get these packs of provisions made, because without them, I'm gonna have a not great time. We put people in the cooperage instead, but yeah. And we're soon not going to be able to make all these coats, but we have a lot of coats. We have a lot of... Actually, I should just be equipping these coats, or using these coats. I was playing some RPGs. Or trying to. We'll free up some builders so we can at least make a path, question mark. Although, let's do this. So, let's open up this path. Try to make it a little nice, although... I think we'll be able to. No, we won't be able to, so I guess we will curve this path around. But basically, we're just trying to put our free time to use. Am I saying that right? Anywho, we're doing what we can with what we have. So hey, I can take these Yes, there was 3 amber here. I completely forgot, but I'd rather grab more villagers, as odd as that sounds. We don't have any parts, but I forgot that I was supposed to make these farms. Welp. Let's do this, then. Getting this done ASAP would be nice, so yeah, we're just gonna stuff harpies in here. In these farms. And we'll see if we can even get anything done. We'll plant some, but not a lot. We'll still enable roots. No, we'll go half and half. What am I talking about? Yeah, not really much else to do. I could open up this small glade, but now we're missing parts because we decided to do what we did. So yeah. I don't want to give off the meat, although what I just said, we do want this cookhouse. I did end up using bricks, so rip that, but we'll deal with it. Yeah, we'll deal with it. What did I grab again? It was a... I know I made a cornerstone. Where did I put it? I'm going crazy. I'm actually going crazy. Still going crazy. Well, hey. Did I make this? I didn't. I should have done this. Why did I not do this? Anywho, we'll take that. We'll take the complex food speed. If I lose to impatience points, I would be a little flabbergasted with myself. But until that moment, this house is in the way. And we have no more wood around this place unless we cut into these places. I could just disable these woodcutters in a hot moment, but let's just continue cutting trees close by for now. Sothor is coming next. There's a medium cache just hiding behind these trees, even though the exclamation mark shows, but you get the point. Also, oh, we're not using drizzle water anywhere. That's why I disabled the people in the rain collector. Wow, I am going absolutely insane. But anywho, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I completely forgetting about what I'm trying to do. That being said, we can make more harpy houses if need be. Also flip this around. That's, I think they're transporting wood somewhere, but yeah, let's just turn it around. And yeah, I wanted to plop this cookhouse down. Not that we're going to have it ready soon. Also, yeah, we could push beaver resolve if we had bothered to grab things for the beavers, but we'll use up the coats for this year, and I think I'll just be happy with that. I don't happen to need any cloth, right? No, not yet. But we will. And then bricks, I was more comfortable with selling bricks because we were going to... We're getting clay per minute. It's not the most, but it'll help out. Also, I just realized no one is in this crude workstation. I was like, why isn't anything happening? It's because I don't have anyone in there. Out of curiosity, no, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do so much. So, as we enter clearance, year 3... I don't think we have anything else at the moment. Yeah, we would need 2 woodcutters camps to at least slowly chug along the coats, but it's still not the greatest. So I think we'll eventually move these... no, we'll have this woodcutter camp continue to cut these trees, but we do want to move this woodcutter's camp up because we want to hit this... Nothing. I'm going crazy. What? Where? Okay, here. It's over here. We want to hit a Forbidden Glade. I usually like hitting Forbidden Glades, if possible, because of the trade-off they give. It is harder to deal with them, but at least a good number of times I am a bit more comfortable. That being said, we should actually make use of consumption here, because if we don't, if we eat our complex foods, because if we don't, I'm pretty sure we lose foxes. We might still lose foxes, but we're technically still on hostility 1 because of all the woodcutters we're using. That's the only reason, that's the primary reason why I am suffering a bit for the moment. In fact, we'll even do this. And yeah, it's a shame we don't have anything for these roots. With these roots, we can make more flour or just eat them, but yeah, we'll do our best. Yeah, we didn't get a lot here, so we can probably, as soon as these... I almost called them fairies. Harpies finish delivering these herbs. They can just stop. Oh my goodness, it's such a long way. That being said, we can do this too. They're going to get blue resolve, but I just want to get there faster. so we can start getting some reputation. And then after a moment, we can turn it off. But you get the point, I think. So are they working on this? They are. Do we have anything available? Well, a number would show up, so the answer is no. But you get the point still, I think. So did I end up using all of these berries? I did. I don't want to, but that's what happened. So no. Oh, because we don't have anyone in this main collector to collect clearance water for this cooperage. Well, and we're about to run out of leather. So about 20 coats left, but hey, that's not the worst thing that could happen to me. We can also do this in a hot moment, so let's just turn these things in. In fact, we probably only need one. One of the beavers was already resting, and so we'll just have these beavers do the rest. And we will move on with life. Nothing over here, so we can grab this back unless there's something else to get from the camp. Kind of, but not really. What do we have? Eggs, plant fiber, 1 node, but 29. And we have a harvester's camp just sitting somewhere. Is it this one? No, that's trappers. I'm going crazy. Over here. And so we'll grab this plant fiber because I will need the cloth to make more harpy houses, if and when I want to make more harpy houses. We also have 2 free builders of harpies and 3 beavers and 1 fox, but you get the point. Did we ever upgrade this? I thought we did. No, we didn't. Well, we can't put anyone in there anyway. I could move a mine over. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. So let's put these beavers to work doing something. Do I need anything in this blight post? No, not at the moment. We have cysts, but we don't need to worry about it. And let's just do that. I think I can even do that. Yeah, I can do this. I probably could have done this, actually, but it's too late. Yeah, it's too late. And we should be able to survive the storm. We don't have a lot of pickled goods left, though. I also have a cookhouse now, I realize. So we should actually make use of this instead. Can't make biscuits. Could try for porridge. We actually can. Might as well go for it. And we'll primarily use drizzle water. I want these harpies on the farm, actually. So we'll split the difference. Because this is not enough time for them to walk back and forth and do what I would want them to do. So yeah, we're not getting a lot of reputation, but it's good enough. It's good enough. So keeping in mind, I completely forgot how these charges work. So they show up, but they don't. You don't get all 75 charges immediately. That's all I really have to say. I mean, we might as well. I know we need somewhat the bigger multiplier, but that's not the point. Yeah, actually, we could have done a thing. I don't think we're just gonna get to do it. I'm just gonna turn it off, but I'm curious. Oh yeah, we need 1 full minute of resolve not dropping for the beavers, and that's not gonna happen. So I made a mistake. I could have just disabled consumption completely and have been fine, but yeah, that's not what happened. Could have also pushed them to blue resolve, which would have helped me a lot more than pushing foxes, but either way, if we can get both of them to blue, it's not so bad. But yeah, now we're dealing with this, and I'm pretty sure we suffer for it. Do we? Well, I guess we'll see. Let's actually disable that. Unfortunately, though, I don't think we last long. If I can push beavers, or favor beavers, I would be able to do this order still, but let's see. Because I think it's below 24, right? 24? 24, yeah. But I don't think I'll make it. We'll try, but I don't think we will. If Resolve dropped faster, then yes, we would have a bit of a problem. Oh, this is going to be so close. Okay, good. I just want to do that for the order, but we don't have anything to give. I should for the sake of Amber. I shouldn't because we can't hit the multiplier anyway, though. But we'll see. Yeah, anywho. Could have also made jerky, but I think I'd rather make something... did I make a mistake here? I think I made a mistake here. I kind of made a mistake here. Yeah, I've just been making a lot of fox stuff. Although we are making harpy houses, so in a way it's not so bad, but still. Also, did I ever... Okay, I did put them back. I'm pretty sure I need 2 farms here, right? 8, 12... Yeah, I definitely need at least 2 farms if I want to make use of all the farm field. Probably still being inefficient in some way, but... And yeah, we'll continue trying to make fabric and bricks when possible. But definitely also planks. We're definitely making a lot of planks, because that's the only thing we're using our wood on. Out of curiosity, if I wanted to make a hearth, no, I would have to cut a bit farther over, which I guess we can do now. No, we'll get rid of these trees first, but we do want to move on to these trees. But we'll cut into the Forbidden Glade probably in year 4. Can't open that yet. We could try, but I don't think it'd be a smart decision. And yeah, now I really do need to figure out what I'm going to do. We'll save the porridge for the No. The reason I'm saying no is because we will get herbs every year. So we should just have everyone eating into porridge, even if they don't like it. Because it'll be better for food supply, theoretically speaking. That being said, I mean, I do want to keep an eye because I'm only having them eat complex foods, so... That's that. Can also have them eating... It might as well have them eating into complex foods. I'm sure there's reason not to do so, but hey, and let's accept these new orders. We get biscuits as well. I don't believe. Although it would be great. If we can't get this done... Because this would require me to cut into the Forbidden Glade immediately, pretty much. And hope that there are 2 destroyed buildings. I don't think the odds of that are very high, if it's even possible. So I'm just going to take value of goods sold instead. This does mean I need to actually start selling things, or I could go for ancient tablets. We'll take this out. I don't feel confident doing that timed order. This one, on the other hand, 5 minutes 30 seconds. Harmony aesthetic. So a lot of planks and a lot of everything, really. Let me just make sure, though. We need more cloth. Will we be able to do that? 5 minutes 30 seconds. I might have to knock a harpy house down or do that. Because we need... I think we need 12 fabric, or 10 really. But you get the point. Because basically each... the number is equal to the amount of materials you need, essentially. I just like to build 4s, so 4 planks. So this is 10 planks, 20 planks, 10 bricks, and 10 fabric. Which I can do. We do have to focus a bit, but if it helps me make more fabric, that is nice. And then we also get a manufactory out of it to make better fabric. So, you know, we'll go for it. Hopefully I don't mess this up. So let's plan this out now while we're waiting. And note that I have not used the Forbidden Altar ever yet, but we'll start doing this. So we'll move this actually. We should also move these. They don't have to be around the hearth. I'm just putting them around the hearth. Does it count towards your town, quote-unquote, town beauty? If it's outside the hearth? I guess that's just an open question. Anywho. So yeah, we need 10 fabric, but we also need other stuff. So, bleh, bleh. And then we make 10 planks worth of this. So, 2 gardens, and then just anything I want, really. So, blep, blep. And yeah, if we need the fabric, we'll make the fabric. We should actually just turn everything else off for the moment. I'll keep an eye on the timer. When we get to about 3 minutes, I'll knock down harpy houses if need be. Because we will need them. Alternatively... Oh, no. That's just tools. I mean, I think this will give me... No, it won't. I'm going crazy. Anywho, let's continue moving on. So... I feel like I'm forgetting about something, but maybe we're okay at the moment. I would actually like to make a warehouse, but we need to use the fabric for this order, this timed order. So instead, they'll be busy making planks, but we want everything else happening. Yeah, I think we might need to knock down a harpy house. Depends, actually, how much we have. Not enough, because they don't mix materials. So we have 4. And yeah, we'll need to knock one of these down. One of the harpy houses for fabric. We'll complete the orders when we get into Drizzle season. But the point stands. Yeah, we're trying to do our best. So, these foxes finish that. We'll have them help make complex food for the sake of our food production. Yeah, and we'll move on. We get more newcomers, but we're not going to accept them yet for the sake of hostility. Because it's scaring me a little bit, so... yeah. But otherwise, yeah, so we're going to get these aesthetics made. Everything else, what are we missing? People just making things... oh, we only have 1 free builder at the moment. Well, we should be able to make this, is what I'm trying to say. Again, I got to figure out how I'm doing the rest of these orders, but we'll wait. Because it's not like I can get the amber unless I do multiplier 3s anyway. They'll help each other, basically. But as we go into this, we were using drizzle water for stuff. Funny enough, actually the water skins would help if I want to make wine and or ale. Or tea, I think, too? Yeah. We'll take family gratitude, I think, instead. Let's take these beavers because there's meat here. That's not the primary reason, but it's a good reason, I think. We can. I think we're just gonna accept this order now. That is an interesting one. And this is primarily a beaver thing. Now, unfortunately, so why would you give me this and then give me a building with ale in it? Anywho, this would allow me to make both ale and wine, but it kind of makes me angry that I have to. I could probably get a service building and then buy the ale. I guess that's the intent. Otherwise, I could just cut into 3 small glades, the Forbidden Glade, and something else later. I don't want... hold on, let me take a look. Because I don't have the parts anyway. So 1, 2, 3... wow, I really don't have a lot of small glades around. Well, yeah, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4, pain. Oh my goodness. Anywho, yeah, I guess we actually are gonna take this. Now, I do need a leisure building, which maybe we'll find here. Well, here it is. Alternatively, the market, which would be good for everyone. Otherwise, fabric, but... and we can't make boots yet for the foxes, so... when we're hit by the the mystery... the foxes will suffer from a speed decrease, but compared to being able to cover every single service need and the hostility 4, I'm trying to justify my own pick to myself, if that even makes any sense. But anywho, yeah, let's do this. So we'll sell 30 coats, and we don't have 10 eggs, but we should just sell them anyway. But we'll move on with life. So yeah, gonna keep an eye out. I think did I take another one? No, it's just the market, huh? Yeah, just the market. So we will see what else we can do. We will get maybe even two reputation points, but hey. This harmony building, harmony question mark? Did I make aesthetics instead and mess myself up? I did. No, this one's being made. Okay, yeah, no. I was like, I always look at my time orders at the bottom of the list, but it's because I accepted another order afterward. This gives me primarily fabric, but also barrels if I care. Which I should make regardless. I do need those as well, but we'll see. I probably should just make it though, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move these fountains somewhere. I have 5 free builders. If 3 of them... yeah, 5 beavers specifically. But let's find out what I want to do. Can't really do oil unless I switch the farms, which I don't want to do, because we need to use the trade routes. Although, I think you can use vegetables instead for this recipe. No, you cannot. Nothing in the vegetable grain farm helps you make packs of provisions. Not like I always need them. I can switch the things if I want. Alternatively, this would be nice too, but either trade goods or luxury goods. And didn't I just get a thing? No, I didn't. But I will get the ability to make, if I complete the order, right? Yeah, this order to make ale and wine. And then I would consider taking the carpenter to make packs of luxury goods, which I used to sell to get the booming economy, or then just sell for the settlement. But that's a thought for something else. Otherwise, trade goods are not bad either. They're a good middle ground because I can make dye and I can make I have the materials to make flour, but I guess it'd be primarily dye through the use of copper ore. But that means I can't do planks as great. But I guess that's gonna be what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna take the smithy. Well, that's a thought anyway. But first, I'd rather make the fabric first. So let's get this manufactory set up, I think. And then we'll see what I do to my own face. So, manufactory first. The smithy is a primary concern as well, but we'll deal with it. Do we have no wood? Oh, we disabled everything. Anywho. Fabric is not a priority, but everything else is. So, Thor, I don't think I really have anything for you. Unless I want to sell packs of provisions, which I don't want to do. So, instead, we do want to buy ale, if possible. We also got a bunch of wildfire essence that I probably very likely do not need. On top of that, we do need boots, because we can't make them. I could also just hoard a bunch of coats, but I don't want to go too gung-ho, so we're going to use... Wow, alright. I'm trying to make sure, because on a higher prestige, you need 3 wildfire essence for hearth. Actually, I should just make sure now. So, yeah, 2 wildfire essence for another hearth. I should only need a second hearth. If I need a third, I'm going to be very disappointed with myself. But for that purpose, let's grab our stuff. I can also grab a few planks. I probably need planks for the thingamajiggy, the market. Am I going crazy here? I should probably just make sure, but I'm being a bit lazy right now. So, let's sell this copper ore. I'm going to check OBS really quickly. And we do need to get this market set up. We also, make sure the boots are off for the moment. We'll leave everything else on. We'll actually turn on leisure, because if and when we make this market, on top of just being good for carrying stuff around, we're never going to get this forger's camp, am I? Well, hey. I think we'll actually knock this down. And then set up a trapper. We have a trapper's camp. I'm going crazy. No lizards, just use harpies again. I keep wanting to call it fairies. I'm going absolutely insane. But anywho. Do we have anything else? Yeah, I would have made dye here, but I want to fabric it up or get this set up first, although we can make dye here as well. They're both 2-star, so yeah, it's not the most terrible thing. Actually, we want to put harpies in here. In fact, I should probably do a switcheroo here, but it's a little late, and I'm not really using the apothecary at the moment anyway. So yeah, we'll do this instead. Yeah, I think we'll just use the copper ore for dye. I know I have a smithy for tools, but that's less high on the priority list, if that makes any sense. And then, yeah, that's right, eggs. But, hey. Alternatively, I could just get this out of the way by buying something from Sothar, most likely. Yeah, training gear to open up this cache. I keep wanting to call it cache. This would help me make more complex food, which probably would be better, but I'm just going to leave. Let me think about that for a moment. 8 training gear. I think I'll actually do that for the sake of the order. Yeah. So, I don't want to do that, actually. I mean, biscuits are a temp measure, so I guess I'll sell the biscuits instead. And I can get more complex food out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Where are these foxes, by the way? Where did I put them all? Oh, I put them in this cookhouse. Who is finishing their stuff? Okay, you guys are delivering, so we can take you guys away for the moment. Let me just make sure I can actually open this cache. But yeah, then we open it up. That way we can finish this glade event. Because the trade-off here, as I understand it, is, yeah, you can get reputation immediately and amber, but breaking it open on top of just usually being able to have this, unless you have lizard passive or something, you could think of these, whatever items you get, and sometimes cornerstones, as different ways to get you resolve / reputation later. We also just ran out of pace, but hey. Let's actually move this over for a second, because we need to cut these trees. In fact, we probably need to cut a lot more than this, but let's just open up this spot for another hearth. Question mark? Yeah. So we plop a hearth here. We don't have enough to make another thing. This storm, this would have been nice to set up, but then I would have needed another wildfire essence. Because you need a wildfire essence to set up some automation. That's the end of the sentence. I don't think I need 2, because eventually we will run out of copper ore. But for the moment... and yeah, we're not really doing much else, so we'll put this beaver here for the moment. We probably can't make this thingamajiggy yet. I don't have fabric. Yeah, I don't have fabric activated. Good, that's what I don't want that at the moment. But yeah, until we get other stuff, as we get 3 extra villagers, hopefully harpies, yeah. Is there anything else I would use here? Probably jerky. Yeah, jerky for the harpies. I keep calling it jerky, but we are burning sea marrow, I believe, last I remember. Yeah, so I guess we will actually use wood to make jerky here, and we're gonna double dip into the meat. So we're gonna end up all the meat's gonna disappear unless that's right. We have Drizzles here. I might want to stop this then. Stop this after Drizzle. I just realized that there's leather here as a subproduct, but whoops. Do I need 3 farmers? No. The answer apparently seems to be no. Or 4. I could probably push it down to 3. What's our next blueprint? Wine for ourselves. Also pickled goods, so we can use water skins for this instead. If we get the ingredients, I just realized. Or no. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. But we will get water skins soon. It's just that we haven't gotten a full reputation point, I believe. Thinking. Then foxes would go in here. Yeah. That being said, let's look at the things. Yeah, smithy. So I took trade goods instead of the other thing, but I don't think it was the worst call to make. I don't think it was a bad call. It's just I could have done a lot better with luxury goods if I knew I was going to get something for wine. But that's not what happened. They really want to give me the Druid's Hut. I'm wondering why. But anywho. Yeah, the tinctuary comes from an order. So we could double dip into wine, and primarily because this is a more efficient wine than the tinctuary, and then we get pickled. Yeah, we're gonna take the cellar here. So we can plop this down right over here. This we no longer have the things to make more coats, and we don't have humans for this. So if we can't even make this cellar, we don't have the fabric. That makes me a little sad. Let's see here. How much housing? Not much left, but we'll see. If we made a bunch of planks, we could have sold them to help with the order, but no. I mean, we could have completed the order in that case, but we're not making planks fast enough. So unfortunately, we can't make this. We can't even make this cellar yet. It's not like we have anything else that we could have used there, but... And then, yeah, with the herb garden, we could start making packs of crops to sell. I guess I might as well. My reason is because you never know if you're going to get a... Well, we'll make a few packs of crops, but let's see if we actually get to sell them. I should push harpies to blue resolve, but we'll let the foxes rock for a moment. Probably into clearance we'll do a thing, because in clearance we'll enable boots for both. And therefore, we don't actually need to favor the harpies here, but if we're playing for the numbers, because I don't remember. I think there's a way to check, but I can't remember the exact method. Yeah, gain reputation, so that's yet to hit 1. We can hit 1. Yeah, let's actually push it for water skins. Market as well. I think the market actually takes priority here. Yeah, it does, because we can get this need for leisure fulfilled and survive the storm season. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to disable this. And we will have these beavers, I guess, over here for the moment. We'll have them help out, cut open this area. It's a bit of a walk, so I don't think it's a bad idea either. Let's enable consumption on boots and biscuits just to help out. But afterward, we'll leave the favor on for a moment. What do we have for trade routes? As I said, so here's the pack of crops. So, as I said, we could also sell the tools. Well, wait. So we'll let these beavers make these packs of crops. We are missing things, but that's fine. And let's return these. And when these packs of crops get made, I can actually sell the tools now. Let's get this done so we can get it done. But we want to sell the pack of crops, or we want to trade off the packs of crops to the trade routes. By the way, are we not making jerky here? Am I going crazy? No, it's just held in there because why not? Oh, that's right. We were using wood for jerky. That's why we're getting less planks. Effectively. Could have actually put a harpy in the ancient hearth, I realized, but I'll use the. I'd like to use the seam or the. I like the extra burning time. So we'll deactivate this. And you know what we're actually going to do? We're going to extend a path here because we will need to. Here comes the fish, or the meat mats for skewers primarily. So we'll enable both of these and eggs. Am I going crazy here? We're not going crazy here, am I? Well, anywho. Let's continue onward. What is this? Is this a ghost plot? What's going on here? Because I checked this plot. Oh, because it doesn't reach. No one reaches that. Okay, never mind. I'm going crazy. We would have to cut into it, but it's fine. One plot shouldn't make the difference, and if it does, I would be quite disappointed in myself. Anywho. So yeah, we need fabric. We can knock down a harpy house. I don't want to. We probably have to, though. Wow, we are not... Oh, because we ran out of coats. Do we have... Yeah, we actually have dye. What am I doing here? Why do I do this to myself? Anywho. Let's disable this. Okay, you guys can get back to making coats. Because we actually need it. The jerky consumption would be nice. But we're probably not going to get blue resolve. And yeah, we're out of biscuits now. Yeah, I'm going to make the call. So we're going to knock down a harpy house. That's going to cause some housing issues, but I think I need to... And let's disable planks for a moment. We do need to put 2 people in the market. We'll probably put these harpies in there. Yeah. Did I ever make the smithy, by the way? I did not, did I? No, I did not. Well, hey. That doesn't fit. Either way, it's a bit of a ways off, but we'll deal. And let's just set this up now. So primarily just dye. If we can make tools or pipes, cool, but we're really here. We're really here for the trade goods. And in fact, I can do this. So yeah, if this one housing causes an issue, it's not, but it would be a bit weird. And we're not favored, but hey. Did we ever get the water skins? We must have, right? Yeah, we must have. Let me actually check. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Anywho. Oh, I said I was supposed to do this. I did not. So let's sell these. My trade level is not high, but anywho. There's a reason why I stopped. Oh yeah, because we wanted to make this housing. So let's actually do that. And yeah, let's put to use these the leisure. It's basically a count. I don't need to hold them for that one. Do I need to hold them for that long? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. We're not gonna be able to do that, but we'll keep them in the mine for resolve's sake. Or we could do this. I could have alternatively swapped them over here. No, you know what? We have the bricks. Might as well use them here. So, we'll turn this favoring off. Rip clothing, because we don't have a lot of coats left. So, yep. Beavers are just gonna have to live with the speed decrease. That doesn't affect their production speed as well, right? That would be a bit odd, in my opinion. But, anywho. We'll throw this beaver into this second beaver into the smithy. This isn't redundant yet because we don't have packs of building materials. And yeah, we kind of just sit here at the moment. What can we sell? Roots? 1, 2. You know, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Even though I know I'm using those here and there, but hey. That being said, that is a count, right? I don't need to hold 18 needs at the same time, which would be pretty much all my beavers because no one else is using leisure, but you get the point. Anywho, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Are we going to be in trouble here? No, not yet. We might, but not yet. Yeah, because we're not using the water anywhere else. And in fact, well, I mean, yeah, you know what? Let's have them burn these cysts. Might as well use them while they're sitting around. In fact, could use even more. Yeah, missing fabric, that's right. Actually, don't we have fabric for this? No, we don't, because we used it all on the market. But hey. Yeah, and then we throw people back into this trapper's camp in due time. Yeah, it's a long walk. I should have... Oh, no, that's right. We need fabric. Oh, fabric. We really don't have any more fabric anywhere else, but I'm going to cut into this Forbidden Glade, or that's what I'm trying to do. Actually, I should just do this. It's a bit of a ways walk, and we don't have a hearth. I can probably plop one down if I wanted to, though. Yeah, I could. Right here, right? Yeah, I could. So what am I doing with my life? Anywho. Yeah, let's do that really quickly. I know there are newcomers. We could opt to... Yeah, let's just set the hearth up here. I haven't hurt myself doing that, right? Well, either way. We'll put a fox in here. And away we go. Let's accept this last order, or not. Never mind, I'm going crazy. We will accept it when it becomes available. Yeah, we do need to hold it, apparently, so... We should be able to hold it. I'm very confused on how that order works. Yeah, how that order works. Anywho. Someone will likely tell me, and if not, I'll probably look into it someday. But anywho. Yeah, we want this hearth here. We definitely want a warehouse if possible, because otherwise we're walking all the way over here. And in fact, I should probably consider putting a harpy in this hearth instead. Depends how much we have to burn, and by that I mean to say not a lot. So yeah. So yeah, copper ore is being used for dye, which is being used to make trade goods. That way we can just sell it all. And we should be good. We're making a lot of skewers. I just looked up at the 95 skewers, but it's not like we have anything else. And yeah, I don't really want to make jerky because I want this wood. So hey, we get another Thunderblight shard. Every 2 levels of standing, Harpy Resolve, doubling event loot, but that's RNG at this point. Beaver Resolve instead, which would also be a nice one. Otherwise, porridge production, which I could plan to make, but. Fuel consumption increase? No, definitely not that. Either newcomers or resistance decrease. Probably the goods, though. Watch them actually bring... Actually, I can check right now. Because I can take this for... yeah, actually, they're not bringing anything. They might bring something soon, but... every 1 levels of standing... Give me... Let me actually check. Every 2 build... let me actually look. Every 2 buildings, no, because that would require me to have more. Every 1 impatience points, no. Every 2 discovered... bleh. Which will primarily be a 1 to everything, but... I guess we'll push Beaver Resolve, then. I don't have the foresight to determine whether or not... it's good. I mean, this isn't bad either. Yeah, woof. I guess we'll take the Harpy Resolve. I'm gonna take the Harpy Resolve. Do I want to take the Harpy Resolve? I'm gonna take the Harpy Resolve. So, off we go. Into Drizzle. Although, with that said, I guess we're going to cut into this Forbidden Glade ASAP. I'll wait till Drizzle, but... Well, that'll be the cliffhanger. How close are... Yeah, so Farluff will appear right as I cut into this Forbidden Glade, theoretically speaking. We'll actually cut these trees too, just to be a little... And then it's a very, very long walk, I realize. Actually, we can't even cut these trees if I want to do that. I should actually have them start cutting now. So... Because by the time they come back to cut, we will be... Actually, I don't even have full beavers in here. What's going on? Why am I doing this to myself? Anywho, we'll check this cookhouse. Never... yeah, we can remove one beaver. We have over 100 skewers. If bad things happen, boy, I would be quite... I mean, I actually could have left that beaver because we're getting newcomers here. I just realized it's fine. We'll throw a harpy in here. Because I feel we'll need the extra thing. And yeah, again, we'll kind of go... We'll kind of split the difference here for the moment. I don't have fabric. I forgot about that. But we do want to throw people into this trapper's camp. Could probably even make 2 trappers camp here. But we'll... Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's do that to speed this up. Actually, a harpy instead. Let's cut into this and see what happens to our face here. So, as soon as they open this, and I'm going to accept both orders here. 1, 2. Nope, this is not happening. So, let's do... we can work up to this. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So, 30 building materials and 30 oil. We could end up doing high-value trade routes, but that would require... These are basically going to happen near the end of the game. So we'll actually do the building materials instead. We'll check this blueprint really quickly, but we'll accept this after the fact. Can you guys cut into this quickly, though? Okay, so we can stop this here. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to zoom back into the thing. So caches everywhere, but not a drop to spare. Do we have anything else? We have a bunch of stones that we can use for this instead. But cooked and raw food disappear, which is fine, because funny enough, we have skewers left and right now, but we do want to make this fast. That it would be thing. Here's a forum, by the way, as well. What was this for? Brawling and, well, primarily just luxury. But it would be much appreciated. I think that's, yeah, mushrooms, which we don't have, and, yeah, we don't have it either. That's quite unfortunate. A really cool mine here, but... Otherwise, that's a really strange way to end this video. But yeah, without further ado, again, if you have anything to say, you know what to say, or you know what to do. If you want to support me, that's cool. If you don't want to support me, that's cool as well. I will continue doing a thing, but if nothing else, the only other thing to say is, yeah, I'm going to make my next... there will be one other longer video coming out, and that's going to be one last DLC 2 settlement branch, or settlement video before the branch goes off. If you didn't know, there's only about a week or 2 left before that stops being available, so... Shrug, but yeah, without further ado, it won't take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching. Bye!